there is something spiritual about entrepreneurship. Build value for people, going after your dreams, and never ever giving up hope. Don't let it get you down. Look death in the face. You lose the capacity to be afraid of that which held you from going after your dreams. Fear becomes finite, hope becomes infinite. And that's what I think is changing the world.
Hey, my name is John. I had a great career in the music industry as a songwriter and producer. Now I've moved to Silicon Valley, and for several years it's really bothered me. It seems like the music industry is just not flourished. As a matter of fact, it's really shrunk. And now that I'm here in the Valley, I have a few ideas. I'll take you on a trip. I'll tell you a little story. Holding on to dear life to a dying monopoly just reeks of stifling innovation. I'm sorry that it's happening in music. Everybody knows there's a problem. But the broken industry, little gift wrap paper, it's going to take something that's broken and make it a gift. If we're not setting them up for success, we're not thinking long term, we're not thinking about iconic artists that are important to the millennial generation. Sean Parker doesn't think we're finding our best artists or cultivating them.
The best music in history is not getting made today.
Parker says he wants to fix music.
For redemption, it was the chance that my only chance really, to play some role in fixing a lot of the problems that I.
Is this really the best music industry?
The system that doesn't produce money to keep the industry healthy is it when you have a broken, well, I should say,
the model is broke.
Is really unable to take risks here to them. They have to stick to fun, disposable pop music that they understand.
John Parker's right. We're not cultivating our best artists. We're not making the best music that we can make.
All of these amazing artists that are probably out there, they're not even thinking that there's a future for them in making music. The Bob Dylans of our era, the Led Zeppelins of our era, I'm not sure those people are musicians right now.
So if we never find our next Prince, our next Sting, our next Bjork, our next Madonna, our next Rage Against the Machine, our next Beastie Boys, our next Bob Dylan, our next Jimi Hendrix.
In particular with the media businesses, they tend to be very insular and very protected, run by a small elite. It's extremely hard to penetrate.
That good old boy stuff.
Just getting a meeting with the record labels at Napster, they didn't want to talk.
What does Apple Computer, what does Steve Jobs, what does Napster have to do with it? Did this really all start with Napster? So, how do you respond? What you do is you become better. You create a better product. You don't just tighten the noose.
That business has collapsed. $45 billion worldwide industry to now a $12 billion worldwide industry. That's a complete collapse. Make money. So that's the big problem. So obviously that's the biggest problem.
There are a lot of warnings.
And it's harder and harder as an artist as a result to make money.
So what now?
A huge success. There are now many other incubators.
Even when we started, we didn't think we were onto anything. We were just doing it as like this little throwaway summer program.
And look at all the incubators.
Y Combinator. Paul Graham seed funds young, talented entrepreneurs. And Paul Graham says, kill Hollywood? Kill Hollywood. Kill Hollywood. This is war. Y Combinator wants to fund anything that disrupts Hollywood. But something is broken when Sony and Universal are suing children. Paul states that the record label's business model is broken, and he asks, what components of it could you start building now? Paul Graham made an impassioned statement, and I certainly understand his anger and frustration. The playbook is written, Y Combinator, 500 startups, incubation business model, applied to a modern record label? Let's find the Bob Dylan of the millennial generation. Being that guy with one foot in Hollywood and one foot in the valley, Starting to see how we might be able to work together, but before I get to that, let's take it to a tale of two cities. I remember when I first met Aaron Levy in Silicon Valley. I asked him, I said, hey kid, man, are you a DJ? He's like, nah, man, I'm just obsessed. Well, it turns out Aaron is a young CEO of a company, a cloud storage company called Box.net that focuses on enterprise business. Aaron wrote an article. It's called The Tale of Two Cities. It turns out Aaron cares about music also. I'll tell you about that. Silicon Valley and Hollywood, so close geographically yet so distant digitally and philosophically. You'd think we'd understand each other better. Where did we go wrong? In his usual Zen-like manner, Jobs explained the dichotomy of the Valley and Hollywood. People from technology don't understand the creative process that these companies go through to make their products. They don't appreciate how hard it is. And the creative companies don't appreciate how creative technology is.
Trying to build a different kind of technology where you actually have a much better experience, and we think that's magical.
Hollywood's creators and the Valley's innovators could achieve so much together. Instead, we're clashing, and neither viewpoint is wrong. Paul Graham's answer to Hollywood's modus operandi and slow pace is just to disrupt the entire business model. It's an aggressive response to Hollywood's perceived unwillingness to participate in the new environments technology is creating and powering. But as Sarah Lacey points out, disposable content isn't bad, it's just not everything. As long as that's all the Valley is putting out, we won't kill Hollywood. Sarah Lacey really gets it. You know, anytime I mention anything about content creation around the Valley, people flip out. And right behind me, that's Hollywood High School. I bet there are some talented kids in there. And I wonder, how are we going to cultivate them? Across all industries, you know, I think the incubation model, that's something that a lot of industries could really gain from, could serve. That's where innovation is. That's how we lead the planet. That's where our underdogs, you know, our unlikely success stories, our jobs, our gates, that's where we're going to come from. We make the playing field level. Who's going to incubate and mentor and guide and help to inspire the young talent. This is what the music industry needs.
You know, it's like the minor leagues in baseball. Cultivate the talent, grow it. Build it into champion status.
An incubator for artists. Seed funding. And I think when we start seed funding artists, we'll see some really unique music and talent start to take off. Unlike this United flight I'm on. Hi, good morning, New York City. One of the most innovative companies of all time. I think Google is a type of company, they know how to develop some talent. They have a program called the APM program. It's an incubation system for young tech rock stars. It was invented by a person you may be hearing about in the news right now. Her name is Marissa Mayer. She's gone on to become the CEO of Yahoo. Try to bring that company back. If anybody can do it, it's going to be someone that knows how to develop young talent. Someone like Marissa.
One of the programs I've run for almost the past 10 years at Google is the Associate Product Manager program.
Innovating is to Google like slam dunking is to Michael Jordan.
And we're going to throw them in over their heads and give them a lot of responsibility to find all kinds of young people who are just starting off their careers to mentor. Really inspiring. Great people. Brian Murkowski, who I mentioned earlier, was the very first hire. Did Gmail and Chrome. Brett Taylor, now CTO at Facebook.
Dave McClure is a venture capitalist. He's known for spray and pray. He's got some unique branding, and this is his symbol, his logo. Sorry, Mom.
I guess we're a little bit like floor wax and a dessert topping, so we're both a venture capital fund and an incubator. But then we also run this incubation acceleration program here in this physical space. We've had this explosion of different search and social and mobile platforms to reach customers much easier than ever before. So now what used to take $5 million to get off the ground, or even $500,000 to get off the ground, you can do for $50,000 or less. And so where we used to maybe only do one experiment over the course of a year, or maybe 10, now we can do 100. So there's still a lot of failure and still a lot of things that don't work, but we can fail faster on a much smaller budget. We can double down and invest more in the things that are actually working.
Hey, you know, look at this. Hollywood, that kid with that guitar, maybe he's gonna be a big star one day and write a song you'll love. What about just going out there and playing great music, finding your fans, having the fans spread the word, building entire communities? So there's music schools here, there's recording arts schools, but who is really taking young prodigy talents, putting them in a van, sending them out to find their rabid evangelizers?
What is a rabid evangelizer? A music fan. He or she is one that hears a song you've written and then connects with you in the flesh and witnesses a performance of the song live. This experience is life-changing for the fan, and the fan goes on a personal mission to spread the word. Historically, this is how music impacts and affects our culture, and this is how music unites people. So, rabid evangelizers are crusaders of sorts.
An ecosystem of people that love music and love art, and they're just dying to spread the word.
And welcome to Palo Alto, home of a lot of ingenuity. Some famous people around here. Zuck's had a drink or two here, and you've been tagged, my friend. The tools exist, and most are free.
So with the advent of the internet, it's like free marketing for artists.
Another great free opportunity for artists at Google hashtag. Wait a second. Share your sounds.
Music. How do we find out about new music? How does music spread socially through, through a social network or a group of friends?
I mean, do we really need a record label full of marketing and PR people, or would it be more powerful if the artists just did it themselves and used these free tools?
I mean, really, does anybody wonder if Gaga spends more time writing music or more time on Twitter?
Free marketing, that's a pretty nice way to build a business. A duocracy that a young artist can set in motion and have the support of and the freedom of the internet.
Magic.
Musical artists that think for themselves, visionaries, they're going to be the new iconic artists. They're going to be the symbols that last for the millennial generation. Wow, I bet there's some talent in there. But they're going to have to work. Jimi Hendrix used to play anywhere and everywhere he could. Army bases, churches, social halls, anywhere. And it's a great job. Great thing for a renaissance.
It's a matter of culture.
Wow, look at that huge iPad billboard right here off Hollywood Boulevard. The geek. Hey, look at that huge iPad Apple billboard right here on Hollywood Boulevard.
This song is going to be so
pretty cool. A band of brothers, Cheating Daylight. Really like this. Young kids playing music.
We need some dances up here too. We need everyone to be
Just check them out.
We don't bite.
To see the band Cheating Daylight. I'm talking about some kids with talent, but more importantly, they had phenomenal attitudes and they work hard. So just up this morning thinking about the proverbial light at the end of the tunnel. Silicon Valley, we do something really well. We cultivate our young talent, and we can do the same thing for music.
What about disrupting Hollywood?
Create the next generation of iconic artists for the millennials.
Wow, Grand Central Terminal in New York City. It's just a reminder to me that anything is possible and dreams come true. There's nothing we can't accomplish.
Well, thinking about Silicon Valley and Palo Alto and types of values that we have and just the positivity that you feel everywhere you go. The one great way to export our culture is through music. There's no better way throughout history to to share ideas.
Inspiration is unlimited. Creativity can just flourish in the most unlikely situations. Everything is possible. We're talking about the artists, the icons of the millennial generation that our kids are going to all look up to. Wow, there's that huge iPad billboard again.
Inspiration is free at Twitter. @Shervin, dropping knowledge. Just keep doing your thing, y'all. Heads down, focus. Don't worry what anyone says. The more focused you are, the less the noise matters. Be happy for the happy. Never envy the envious. One of my faves, always be the bigger person. You'll keep your haters in the shadow where they belong. There's nothing you can dream that is impossible. Impossible is nothing.
All right, Hollywood. Gonna beat the traffic. I gotta get back to the valley. Have a great day and good luck to all you kids. Keep writing those songs and dreaming a dream.
Hey, thank you so much. Great to share some ideas. But I'd better get to work. There's some talent out there. It's time to dig it up. As a matter of fact, I think that bicycle drives itself. Look, it doesn't even need a seat. Nah, man, I'm just obsessed.
Oh, cool. Look at that huge iPad billboard. Geeks.